All right. Last night's luxury accommodation. Ooh. I'm good to go.
Oh, look at that with the camera. That's kind of cool. Actually, that's very cool. Nice.
I like it. The trailer I stayed in last night. They have 4 horses, bunch of chickens, something like 4 dogs, a couple of cats. They have 5 acres of property. Not a bad place. Pretty decent as far as hostels go. That trailer was $40 for the room for the night. And outside sitting area by a pit. The bunkhouse.
13 minutes.
I forgot to take a video yesterday of the bunkhouse.
Mr. GoPro.
Yeah. All right, it's time for an update. The day before yesterday, had a little rain on and off. It wasn't bad. And then I walked 10 miles in 10 hours on the first day. And then I walked 10 miles in 8 hours. But at that point, I was getting pretty tired. And I had 4 miles to go. At the pace I was going, I was at least 2-3 more hours, and it was already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. So, all right, it's time for an update. The day before yesterday, had a little rain on and off. It wasn't bad. And then I walked 10 miles in 10 hours on the first day. And then I walked 10 miles in 8 hours. But at that point, I was getting pretty tired. And I had 4 miles to go. At the pace I was going, I was at least 2-3 more hours, and it was already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry about that. Got a little interruption from a semi-hiker. But I walked 10 miles in 8 hours this time, and that's pretty much done for the day. Another 4 miles to go to a hostel, and another 4 miles beyond that to get to the next shelter. So there's no way I'm going to make it to the shelter. And I said, I don't even want to try to crawl another 4 miles to get to the hostel. So I was at a road, and it was a parking ride area. And I decided to call the hostel. I'd already called earlier in the day to make reservations for a bunk. And I called the hostel and asked them if they knew anybody who could, give me a ride in. And they gave me a name, and I called, and the guy came pick me up. And so I got into the hostel just fine. And the hostel's a really nice place. I'll show you some pictures later on. And so I stayed there in a bunk room the first night. And my air mattress, I only camped out one night. My air mattress has a slow leak. I had to refill it 3 times, and I sleep on my side, so my hip bones are hitting the ground every time the air lets out. So I decided, well, I need to get a new one. So I stayed yesterday at the hostel and got a ride into town with the gal who runs the place. Went to the, they do have a sporting goods shop here, mainly for fishing. There's a big trout fishing area, and have world-class trout fishing out here. And so I got a new air mattress, and then spent the day at the hostel. Got to the bunkhouse was $20 a night, but the trailer she had the bunkhouse all rented out yesterday, and she had a spot in the trailer for $40. I did that, and the trailer was real comfortable. Nice big bed, very comfortable mattress, and it was just me and another guy in the trailer sleeping in the other bedroom, and so it was pretty cool. We had lunch. This guy also needed to go to the outdoor store, so we had lunch in town yesterday. The night before that, I ordered a sub from a place that delivers out here. Boiling Springs is a nice, neat little town. I'll show you again some pictures here in a little bit. It's a lot better than Duncannon. It's about the same size, but this town really looks nice, and it's got the pond out here and all this other stuff. So that's it for now. Gonna hit the trail pretty soon. Later. That's a little spring the town is named after. Nice little park and walks going around it. Well, I'm gonna put my pack down. Thank you. Here's the Appalachian Trail Center in Boiling Springs. They want to move it to Carlisle. Right now it's closed. They closed it for COVID and haven't reopened it yet. But the trail actually goes right across here, right in front of it. Hitting the trail at 9:30 in the morning, and it's 78 degrees. It's gonna be a hot one today. Show you more of this nice little lake. It's a Saturday. All the hikers are out, local hikers mostly. Lots of ducks, people feeding the ducks. Last 2 days were overcast, and so it was a little cooler, even though it was 90 degrees. Humidity right now is at 75%. But there shouldn't be any rain today. Lots of sunshine. Up into maybe 90 degrees. Wish I could just stay here all day by the water. It's pretty nice. I don't know what this thing is, but I'm gonna go check it out. I don't know if you can read this thing all right. Maybe if the sun's shining on it, it won't come out so good, but just pause your video if you want to read the whole thing. Love this little stream. Right now I'm in the shade. It's nice and cool. It's a really nice little town. Trail turns to the right. Lots of open field hiking here. I may keep up with those guys. They're walking about the same kind of pace I am. I see hikers and open woods coming up. Hopefully I'll be in the trees for a while instead of out of the open fields. If you like living in the country, this is pretty nice. Still walking along the field, but see the little double white slashes up ahead. That means the trail's turning into the woods. Thank goodness. Nice open woods. I can feel a little bit of a breeze. I'm out of the sun, so hopefully this lasts for a good long while. Open field walking is really not my strong suit. There we go. Good spot for me to take a break. I took like a 5-minute break on that log, and it's about 5 minutes later now, and it's a nice woods walk that I think might be going uphill for a little ways. Still going up. I haven't been able to watch the YouTube videos yet because I don't have enough signal, but I imagine there must be a way to someplace where you can click and get information. It'll probably give you a timestamp, and you can see how far I've gone, or at least how much walking I've done since the last time I checked in on here. Yeah, it's been a little while. I've been going uphill. Still going. Look at that big black snake. He was partially on the trail and I didn't even see him. He hustled into the woods. I was hoping to be going down that trail, but it curves and still going uphill. Finally got to the top of the hill. I don't know what's down there. Or down on that side. Looks like I'm gonna have a heck of a downhill. And you know the old say, what goes up must come down. In the mountains it's just the opposite. You go down, you're gonna have to go up over on the other side. I'll bet you anything. Alright, this looks like a good spot for me to take a break. Oh, I didn't even see this plaque. It says Center Point Knob. Okay, break time. Going down, down, down. Well, looks like the rest of the trail might be a little easier. That was a long, tough uphill. I'm glad I didn't have to go up that hill from this direction. The other side was long, but fairly easy. Alright, done with another downhill part. Looks like we're going up again. That was fun. I got work to do.
Hey, bud, great progress so far.
Just hikers. I haven't gotten their names. Don't need them. I'll forget them. But day hikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, water
us.
bags.
We're not as tough as you.
Yeah.
Get water bags on their backs, and yeah, but you guys go about 5 times faster than I do.
That's the beauty of not having the bag.
I know. And I opted to go with 30 pounds because I wanted a little extra here. Like, and I got the GoPro set up and all this.
Yeah.
Every little thing adds up.
Yeah.
I carried an umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I could have got down under 25, but I said, nah, I want the little extras.
Sometimes
Little-
it's worth the luxury.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger tent, a better, and I need a good mattress pad because I sleep on my side. And,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just, the first one I had, very first night, I had to blow it up like 3 times. I doubled it the 3rd time and it still ended up on my hip. It's a slow leak. I couldn't find it.
Right.
So I went and bought a BA with a, a inflator bag and stuff. It cost about $250, 5 times what I paid for the other one.
Right.
This one better work good.
Yeah.
So you stay in the shelter up there tonight, or are you gonna make it to the White Rock?
Gonna make, I think, past the White Rocks because I think Alex too close.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
know
Alex
if
is only
like
a half mile away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can make it to James Fry, but apparently there's a tent sites on the way. So
Yeah. We saw a couple of them
Yeah.
up there
they're
already.
just little patches where you can
Yeah.
put up a tent.
Yeah, where you can tent and somebody's got the
Like
Oh,
the
little
ring.
the ring for the fire.
Fire ring, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna head down. Have
It's
a
all
good one.
it's all
I wish
fun. You
luck.
too. Oh, you got to go back up that little hill. That little. It's like. Have you guys gone up to Darlington shelter
Yeah.
from both ways?
Yeah.
Well, coming up, it's nice. It's a long uphill, but it's gradual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going down is still. I said, "Oh man, I'm glad," because I've been going south all the way.
Yeah.
I said, "I'm glad I didn't have to go uphill on this part."
We did over and back on that in a day, and it was not our. It was a very quiet ride home.
Yeah. Where do you live?
We're just in Harrisburg.
In Harrisburg.
Harrisburg. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I took the train into Harrisburg, bus to Duncan, and
Oh, cool.
then I started over there. So it's only my 3rd day.
Nice.
all right.
Where are you from? Where
New
you-
Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Because I retired 6 years ago, and I figured I wanted to travel. Plus, it's cheaper living outside of the U.S. And living in the U.S., I wouldn't have much extra money. I sure couldn't
Right.
travel and stuff. So,
Right. Absolutely.
so I moved to. I spent like 6.5 months in Mexico,
All right.
going around, and went down to Panama, and I was down there for like 3 years, and then doing traveling in and out. I went down under for 6 months. So
Sweet.
that was nice. Love New Zealand.
We always
Spend
thought
the
about that
pandemic.
South Pacific too.
The pandemic. I moved to Guatemala just before it started.
Okay.
Well, like 2 years ago. So
Okay.
but the last year and a half, I was stuck down there.
Ah.
I wanted to come up here or
Right.
go somewhere. Last April. And,
Yeah.
they
go
called the
anywhere.
pandemic in March. I said, well, there goes my plans.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. So now, even now, I'm still. My next trip, I'm hoping I can go to New Zealand. They got a long trail in New Zealand called
All right. Yeah.
Te Araroa.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ever heard of it, anyway.
Uh-huh.
It's fairly new. They started, I think, in 2010 or something. So
Oh, wow.
it's not as developed as this. Is the most developed long trail anyway. So,
Right.
but but they're still not allowing anybody in.
Are they?
No kidding.
I was hoping that after everybody getting their vaccines and all this other stuff, they'd open things up. But I checked just a couple weeks ago, so I'm hoping somewhere down the line. I'm gonna keep checking while I'm on this trail. Otherwise, it's back to Guatemala for like 6 months, and then I'm gonna try Europe.
Okay.
Europe's got a zillion trails you can do.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, there's one that starts in Slovenia that I want to do. Goes into Italy, up into Austria, down into is it Liechtenstein's over there, and then
Okay.
Switzerland, and
That's
into
amazing.
France, and that's like 4 months to do all that. Goes around Mont Blanc for the last thing, and then
Right.
yeah, so I like
That sounds
hiking.
amazing.
I like hiking. It's cheap. That's why I do
yes,
it.
it is.
I can't afford to do tours, they charge you several $100 for 2 days or something like that. Nah, I can't do that. It's not in my budget.
Yeah.
You'll have more fun with
Yeah.
this anyhow.
Have more fun
Hiking's
hiking too.
I like it. I mean, I do it for the views. Hopefully we get enough of them,
Yeah, we just got back from Colorado. We hiked San Juan National Forest.
Okay.
It's really, really nice. The
How
Sierra
long?
Nevadas. Yeah.
How long?
We were there for a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Just barely got your legs going.
Yeah,
I know.
barely, especially with the rain.
Oh, you had a lot of rain there too?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's
That's no
alright.
fun.
It was still, the views are still worth
I'm gonna
it.
shut this off now so I don't. Those guys said I wasn't too far from the next spot, but it's quite a bit of downhill so far. Looks like I got to one of the shelters. Good old Darlington, 18 miles from here. Tag run is on that way. And uphill has got to be Alec Kennedy. I don't think I'm gonna go there. It's too early in the day. If I have to, I'll sleep at a tent site alongside the trail. So on we go, or down we go. Well, there's a white blaze here, which means keep on keeping on. There's another one here. The trail goes to the left and to the right, but they're not white blaze. The white blaze is over there, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go down across the creek. And I got a nice little barrier, and looks like a long uphill on the other side. I may get some fresh water here, take a break. Yeah, steep uphill going up the other side. So pretty clear water. Break time. About halfway up. Looking back down. Way down there where the creek is. It's farther than what it looks like here. I think it's about halfway from here down to there and then up to the top of the hill. Long steep hill. It's not real steep here, but it's still uphill. Been a long time. I'm in the middle of a big jumble of rocks, and you gotta come around and down and stuff. It keeps on going down that way, and I don't know how far down it goes like that, but it's kind of fun going through rocks like this. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully I don't have another big uphill. I don't see any big hills or anything over that way, so I'm about ready to find a place for the night. Oh, that was the last of the maze, hopefully. Onward. More rocks, but it's a nice downhill trail. Like I said, I hope it doesn't go up anymore. I want to find a place to park my butt for the night. I got water out of the stream, filtered it. I hope it's okay. I knew it'd be a long hill coming up from that stream. I just have to see how long. I think I'm going to stop at the second campsite I see, as long as they're not too close to the road. Later. Another jumble of rocks I just had to climb in and out of. Comes out right over here, actually. A little easier than what it looks like. But oh, fun. Rock scramble. I think they do it on purpose instead of going down, making a path through the woods. They just want to give us a little challenge. Okay, on my way. Fun. Looks like an okay area for camping. And oh, wait a minute. Wonder if that's a fireplace. Yeah. Looks like a tent site to me. Alright, this is as far as I'm going for today. Talk to you in a little bit, set up my tent and get comfortable. Now it's catch-up time, sort of. Got my tent set up. Got water bag, extra water, I brought plenty of water. I'm going to eat one of these freeze-dried meals tonight. It's already pretty dang, it's still like boiling hot in there. I put it in a foil pouch, like a, oops, like a cozy. Keeps it nice and hot. And let's see, on the first day, I don't remember if I said this, but I had just a small, lunch bar. And then when I got into camp, lay down on my air mattress for an hour. I ate like a Cliff Bar. I went down and got water, came back, so I had enough water, to take care of my thirst during the night. Second day, I think I only ate one bar during the day. I took a break, ate one bar, and then that's when it got to be 4 o'clock, and I called for a ride and went into the hostel. From the hostel, she has a deal with this company. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, they've got all kinds of food. There's like 4 pages on the menu, and we can just order, and they're reasonable prices. And I got a Cuban sandwich and a couple of Keystone Lights and a couple of Orange Crush. And today I ate 1 snack bar during the day. I've been drinking a lot of water. The humidity today was more like 60% rather than, let's see, it was like 75% yesterday, but I didn't go anywhere. And then the last 2 days before that, like 90%. It was pretty hot. Today it was actually warmer out, but because the humidity was lower, it was okay. And let's see. I don't know. I'll think of something else. I'll get back on. I took yesterday off because I had to go get a new air mattress. I decided not to even mess with the one I had. I figured, it's a slow leak. I can't find the darn thing. I'm just going to go buy a new one. And we went in. There's an outfitter in town, and they only carried the premium stuff. And I needed something to blow it up with, which is like just a bag you roll up and push your air out of it rather than using your breath. It's just too hard to fill these things up with just your breath, especially when you're older. But so the darn thing together cost me like $250 or something just for the air mattress. But I don't know, I haven't blown it up yet. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it better be good. And then while we were there, I got a couple other little things, and this other guy got some stuff. And then we went to this cafe, which is kind of across the street from it. And one of the pretty much only 2 places in town. But these are much nicer than like the places that were in Duncannon. And so we went to the cafe, and we each had a lamb gyros, and no booze in town. All right. The gal at the hostel, I don't know where she gets it, but she doesn't get it. There's a lot of towns like that in Pennsylvania that are, no liquor. So we just had Cokes, and then we ate that. It was, I don't know, around 3:30, something like that. So that was pretty much our dinner. And we came back and we had a couple of beers, and I had another Orange Crush, and went to bed and took off again this morning. That's it. All caught up for now. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but yesterday I'm glad I had to stay to go to the outfitters, because if I'd have tried hiking yesterday, I don't think I could have gotten anywhere. My calves were really tight and hurting and stuff, and all day long it was hard to try to walk around even the hostel. So it was a good thing I had yesterday off. Today was a whole lot better. I mean, the calves still bother me, but I don't know. I have to check, see how many miles I hiked, but I'll let you know.